What's going on, guys? My name's Hayden Crabtree. This is a project update on how this ugly property is gonna make me anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 a month. Just wanna walk you guys through where I'm at on this deal, where my mindset's at, what the plan is for this deal, pretty much the who, what, when of why I wanna get this deal done. One thing I wanna clearly iterate is that good real estate deals don't always just smack you upside the head and say, hey, look at me, I'm a great real estate deal. I'm clean, I'm pretty, I'm gonna make a ton of money. And in fact, the opposite is true. A lot of deals are hairy deals. And so a big method of mine, and I talk about this in Skip the Flip 2, the black book, what I talk about is swimming in blue oceans, right? Which is trying to get away from the competition of buying on-market properties, trying to get away from bidding wars with other buyers, and just going directly to people who have problems, people who own properties who have problems, contacting them and saying, hey, I'd like to solve your problem and buy your property from you at the same time. And that's exactly how this deal has happened. I have a program called Deal Finder Mastery. It should be worth like thousands of dollars. I discount it down to 99 bucks. I'll drop the link below if you guys want that. It's all about exactly how I do this. But I sent the guy out some letters. This property he responded on. I went and checked it out. And this property is, as you can see, it's in horrible shape, really bad shape. But the problem, or really the opportunity, the problem of why I didn't just say no, the opportunity is it's in a really good area. All the competing storage facilities around it are absolutely full. The guy, because it's in such bad shape, is willing to sell it at a price that makes it really attractive if I'm willing to do the work and put the money into this deal. Great income all around the property, new construction on a road that has, I think it's 35,000 people a day drive in front of this property. It's right at a red light, great property. So I am willing to do that work because that's how you generate really ridiculous real estate returns. I mean, I bought a different property that has generated ridiculous returns that didn't look bad. In fact, here's a picture of it. I've also bought this one, which did not look hideous. And both of those generate ridiculous returns. But what you'll find most often is the real estate deals that are really ugly are probably the ones that are going to produce the best returns. Now, if you market consistently, if you market with enough volume, you can find deals that produce ridiculous returns that aren't ugly. And those are the ones we would all prefer, of course. But this deal, the really ugly one is, if I just fixed it up as it is right now, probably cost me 200 grand, maybe 300 grand. I got to dive deeper in and get quotes on it. And currently I'm not under contract. I've made an offer on the property. The owner on the property originally told me he wanted $1 million. I told him I would do that. He came back and said, I want 1.2 million, which is why I always say, and I didn't follow my own advice on this one, never give somebody their offer, right? If somebody says I want $1 million, say, I'll give you 950,000. Because if somebody says I want $1 million and then you say, okay, I'll give you $1 million, they're going to say, I want 1.2 million. And that's a problem that I ran into here. But anyways, I'm trying to make them, I think I'll get under contract here shortly. And that's going to be an opportunity to dive in. I'm going to make the offer to where I can start improving the property before I actually buy it to help fix it up, get some momentum in the property going. But really the point is, guys, is that whenever you're doing deals like this, or really any sort of deals, make sure, especially if it's a hairier deal, it's a no-lose deal, right? This deal in and of itself, if I, completely mess up, I'm buying it at a price compared to what it could be that I pretty much can't lose. If I bought it for 1 million and put 200,000 to 300,000 into it, so I'm in it between 1.2 and 1.3 million, then this deal is worth $2 million. I can mess up, I can take a long time, I'm still gonna make more than $500,000 in total value on this property, and I'll still cash flow $2,000 to $3,000 at a minimum. Now, if I can really win, I'll buy the property next door, I'll build a storage expansion on that, and over the course of 2 years, now instead of one property with 17,000, 18,000 square feet, I forget what it is, I'll have the two combined, it'll be a 40 to 50,000 square foot facility that I'll be all in at, say, $2.5 million, and it'll be worth 6 or 7 million. And that's a big difference. So what I'm looking for is I can't lose, even if it's ugly, even if I have to put some sweat equity into it and it's a little bit of a pain in my butt on the front part, I can't lose, and there's a potential upside. So if you're gonna do hairy deals, make sure you can't lose in terms of, hey, I'm buying this thing at a price that is really hard to lose at. And then what is your upside plan, right? I probably wouldn't be as interested in this deal if the neighboring land wasn't available for expansion. Because, honestly, where I'm at, if I can only make $5,000 a month on a deal, It's great. I mean, it's good money, you know, but at the same time, I have limited time and I'd rather focus on other opportunities that could make me at least $10,000 a month from that one deal. And so going for this opportunity, yes, I have that minimum amount of money that I could make, but also with the potential for it to be really juicy, both in terms of cash flow and in terms of a lot of equity built. So I hope you learned something from this. The big key takeaway is that not every deal immediately slaps you in the face, and you want to make sure on the hairy deals that you have a no-lose situation with a big upside. With that being said, if you guys do want the books, if you want Deal Finder Mastery, all the links are in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.